The next important boundary that we all have to set in our relationship is mental boundaries. I know allowing yourself to have your own personal thoughts and have your own belief system and have your own opinion that differs from others will help you when you have mental boundaries. So without your mental boundaries, you will constantly battle within yourself to wonder, am I believing in the right thing, or does my opinion matter? Okay, being okay with others not agreeing with you will come and stay with you when you have set up proper mental boundaries with yourself. So how do I handle people when they barge into my mental boundaries? So here are a couple of statements which will come handy for you. So the first one, it is okay if you don't agree with me. The second one, I respect your perspective even though I don't agree with it. The third one, I hear you. However, we will have to agree to disagree on this. The fourth one, you cannot convince me that your opinion is the correct one, just as I cannot convince you to agree on mine. Fifth point, it is okay if we disagree, but I still need you to speak to me with respect. So these are few of the statements which very clearly defines your mental boundaries to people around you. And watch out what you tell yourself before you set these boundaries, and how you handle these statements when you are letting no other person about your mental boundaries, because many people around us will not be happy to hear these statements. I completely understand. However, it is very important for you to mean what you say and stand for it. So that is when you will have a better mind space and strong belief systems, so that you will survive to have a healthy relationships. The next most important boundary is time boundaries. Everything in life is time bound, and not only other people, we ourselves don't stick to the time that I commit to myself. So that is when the time boundary becomes most important, not only to the people around you, it also becomes more important for you to stick to the promise or the timing that you have limited for yourself. So how much time you choose to spend with others, how much time you choose to spend with yourself, and how much others should respect your time. And in case if they are late, how are they valuing your time, and how much time you spend on a certain task. These are few of the important things which come under these time boundaries. So how I set these time boundaries defines how much I value my time itself. So my time is equal to my life, because the time lost will never come back to me. That means I have lost on my life itself. So be more cautious about these time boundaries and stick to it more often, so that people around you start valuing your time and give importance to it. So here are a few statements which will come handy when you want to manage these time boundaries. Number one, I will call you, but I can only chat for 15 minutes. I think phone calls are something which can extend for hours and hours, and you don't know how to set boundaries. So pre-book your time limit so that people are aware of your time boundaries. So the second one, please let me know in advance if you're getting late. See, this is something where people take you for granted, because you schedule an appointment and you don't turn around at that time, then the other person's valuable life is lost. Number three, it was great to have you over and catch up. However, I have to sleep now. It's an early day for me tomorrow. So you have to be polite as well as convey the message to the person. Wonderful. So number 4, I can only help you for an hour. Just because you are helping someone, it is not necessary that they take you for granted. So number 6, thank you for the invite, but I need some alone time for me today. I hope that we can get together another time. Hope these tips were helpful for you to set time boundaries, not only for others, for yourself as well. So that be conscious of how you are investing your time and how time limit you are putting for your own task, which is where you have to constantly remind yourself. The most important boundary that we all forget to draw is relationship boundaries. How people can treat you, how they can take you for granted, how they can behave around us, and what they can expect from us. So these are clear statements that we have to let other person know so that our relationship is of a quality one. So here are few examples that I can give you, so which can come handy. So the example number 1 is, I am not okay with you discussing my private matters with your friends. Please respect my privacy. So this is something that you have to let your friends know before they talk about it. Okay. So the second statement, I cannot read your mind. Please clearly let me know your expectations and need. I think this is something that we have to more often start using in our relationship, so that people can vocalize what they want from you or what they need for themselves. The third statement, I would appreciate it if we can talk this through instead of leaving it unresolved. It only builds up resentment between us. So this is some statement that you have to be using when people in your relationship tend to stop in the halfway or run away from it, from facing the conversation. So the fourth most important statement is, when I'm done with my work day, I need 30 minutes to rest and recharge so that I can give more back to each one of you. So be clear that you need to take rest and recharge yourself rather than, throwing tantrum around or getting exhausted or drained, feeling drained from the energy. So when you are clear about what your expectations and what other person expects from you, I think we all can build a strong, healthy and happy relationships together. Hope these 6 boundaries are helpful for you to get a clear picture of how we can start drawing boundaries and how we have to take stand for our boundaries, the way we build fences around the property or the way we build compounds around the house, which is more commonly accepted and agreed in the social norm. However, when we set boundaries, it becomes more challenging for people to accept them until unless you start sincerely following your own boundaries and don't constantly step on them just because you are emotionally overburdened or because you feel good about doing that for the other people. Because when you ignore your own boundaries, it is accepted that other people are also allowed to break those boundaries for you. Hope this video is helpful for you to draw boundaries for yourself and for people around you. Wish you all happy and healthy relationships. See you all soon. Have a great day. Thank you.